Hey there, MJ traders and investors. It's Rod with the Pow Group. Welcome back on the Pursuit of Wealth, your home for MJ stocks, crypto assets, news, and interviews. Also home to the best MJ community and the channel that was created by a retail investor for retail investors. Today is Friday, December 6th. Happy Friday. Hope you're well. In this video, we're going to be discussing Keith Gill, aka Roaring Kitty. There was a cryptic tweet yesterday, and in the tweet, it said 0109 and then 0420. We have a lot of speculation. There's almost 10 million views, I believe, last time I checked on the tweet. A lot of speculation that this could be kind of signaling something toward the MJ industry and the culture behind the significance of 420. So there's talks of, whether or not this could be a date. That's what I mentioned in the Pow Group private community yesterday. It looks like January 9th and then April 20th, 420. And that's around the same time as the new administration is inaugurated. We know it's going to be January 20th. And then there was also some speculation this could be around earnings season with some of the MJ companies. So we'll discuss all of this and more. Curious to hear what everybody else has to say and what everybody else thinks as well. We'll continue the conversation in the comment section if you want to drop your thoughts and opinions, and we'll try to decrypt this as best we can. But before we get to it, make sure to smash the like. It helps support me in the channel. If you're new, you can subscribe. Tick the bell. You'll be notified on any future videos or when I go live. And as always, this is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. You can also follow us over on X, formerly Twitter. Handle for that is @GroupPow. Going to be using that as my platform of choice going forward. And I posted it, reposted it. I said 420. And then, like I said, I started to kind of dissect the dates a little bit and then posted in the Power Group private community. And then a couple other people were saying, it's around the same time of a lot of these MJ companies post earnings as well in January. So here was the original post from Keith Gill, aka Roaring Kitty, @the Roaring Kitty. So you can see here 0109-0420. And it's on the computer monitor. And it says time. So could that be the date? Could it be, a time of day? Could it be a date time? It's going to be interesting to see what happens over the next few months. I mean, this kind of lines up well because I've been saying that, Bitcoin and crypto, big tech, AI are going to top out and then MJ is going to go on a big run. And it looks like, we should see Bitcoin and big tech top out over the next month or so. And then we should see an alt season and a small cap stock season before the end of the bull market, which could spill into 2025, like into, somewhere around February to March timeframe. So this lines up very well with a small cap stock season. But then also, like I said, the significance of this, we have a lot of MJ companies reporting in January and then also 420 being April 20th. So it's very tied to MJ at the moment. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, this is interesting. We know that the meme stock craze in 2021, there were some MJ stocks in there too, right? Like Tilray, SNDL were huge meme stocks. So we'll see what happens if, there's a resurgence in, your GME, your AMCs of the world, your SNDL, your Tilray. It's going to be interesting. So curious to hear what everybody else has to say. We'll take a look at what Rock has to say. Roaring Kitty tweeted about 0109 420. What could this mean? So the Roaring Kitty, known for his cryptic meme Aladdin posts, recently tweeted an image with timestamps of 0109-420. This has led to various interpretations among followers and investors, particularly within the context of meme stocks and social media analysis. Timeframe interpretation. The numbers 01 and 09 or 420 could be interpreted as dates or times. Some speculate 0109 might refer to January 9th, while 0420 could suggest April 20th, both potentially significant dates for some event or market movement related to GME, GameStop, or other stocks like AMC. The interpretation is based on the pattern of how Roaring Kitty has previously hinted at future actions or market events through similar cryptic messages. And then cultural references. The number 420 is often associated with MJ culture, leading to speculation that this could be a signal towards MJ-related stocks or events. This is further supported by posts on X where users discuss the possibility of these numbers referring to MJ stocks or the cultural significance of the number 420. And we know that the DEA head has revoked his nomination. We know Matt Gaetz revoked, but we have Pam Bondi coming in as AG. We'll see who's going to be leading the DEA. But overall, we got RFK leading HHS, and I think that we could see a major momentum shift. Keep in mind that the new administration comes in on January 20th. So we could see, rescheduling is also moving along during that time frame. We've got safer banking potentially in a lame duck. We're running out of time though, so it might be a 2025 issue. And then we could see uplistings of the NYSE and the NASDAQ, and we could even see, through the States Act, through Nancy Mace, or we could see the MORE Act or the CAOA, right? All of these bills that could potentially deschedule it and then, ultimately leave it up to each individual state, but legalize it effectively by descheduling it at the federal level and removing it from the CSA, the Controlled Substances Act. So if it gets removed from the CSA, there's no telling how high these stocks would go. And just when everybody least expects it too, right? We know that Trump was all for rescheduling, safer banking. He wanted Florida to pass Amendment 3, came in at 57%, a very difficult threshold to get 60, but I mean, we came darn close at 57. And usually the thing, Trump, love him or hate him, he usually gets what he wants. And we have all these, these people working with him that are very pro MJ, even Elon and, Joe Rogan are very pro MJ as well. And if you look at, Dana White and the UFC and the ties that he has there, and the news today with the NFL, like, they're all moving progressively to end this nonsense with, with MJ related testing and whatnot. And UFC, big proponent and progressive leader in this space as well. So it kind of tells you that the writing's on the wall here. We just have to be a little bit more patient. So in summary, while the tweet with 0109420 has sparked numerous theories, the exact meaning remains open to interpretation, obviously. It could relate to specific dates or market events, a nod to cultural references, or simply a continuation of his pattern of engaging with his followers with cryptic content. Always approach such speculative interpretations with caution, understanding the high risk of misinformation or misinterpretation of financial markets. So like I said, curious to hear what everybody else has to think. We are heating up a little bit here in the MJ space. I don't think we're going to see any major momentum until January. I agree with that time frame as well, because we still have tax loss harvesting going on and selling into the end of the year. And then we should see the shackles unleashed into the new year. And like I said, with all these major catalysts coming, it could be MJ's year in 2025 and beyond, even into 2026. Like I said, once big tech, crypto, AI tops out over the next, call it a couple months, we should see MJ Daguan to be one of the most best performing, if not the best performing sector. Shout out to the, psychedelics, shout out to biotech. I think those are, three areas that'll do very well over the coming years, because they haven't really seen as much, momentum or bull market in the everything bubble that we've been in for about the last 4 or so years. But High Tide is a daily bull flag as well. I just posted a video on High Tide. If you haven't seen that, you can check it out. I also posted a video on Organogram. So High Tide going global, and Organogram today acquired Motive and is now Canada's largest MJ company by market share. So if you haven't seen that, you can check it out. But let me know your thoughts and opinions on this in the comment section below. Obviously, it's very speculative, right? No one knows. We'll see what happens, but this time frame is very interesting. It has been interesting for me for a while now. Like I said, January 20th being the new administration inauguration, and then we have a lot of earnings coming in there, and then 420, tax loss selling out of the way. If you're in Canada, we get an extra $7,000 that we can add to our TFSA. That's a tax-free savings account. It's not that we get $7,000 for free. It's we can contribute $7,000 of our own money if you maxed out your TFSA lifetime contribution amount. Each year you get an additional amount. This year it's going to be $7,000. So I'll be using that TFSA to add more beaten down MJ, and I'm going to be looking to rotate my crypto profits into MJ. So my hope is that MJ remains low for the next few months until crypto goes haywire, and then once we go through the banana phase in altcoins, I'll be rotating a lot of those profits into more beaten down MJ. But let me know what you think of this. Curious to hear what everybody else has to think. Everybody else thinks and has to say. This is obviously open to interpretation, very, very cryptic, and could mean a lot of things. So let's try and crack the code. All right, it's Rod with Power Group. Thanks again for joining us in the pursuit of wealth. Once again, happy Friday. Hope you have a great weekend ahead, and we'll catch you on the next video.